a Winner 15 feature. This is the CSV upload of quote lines. This feature allows sales reps to upload line items via the CSV import using an import format determined by their administrators. Sales reps will now have an Import Lines button that allows them to upload products to the line editor in a CSV file format. The administrator will predefine this format and can determine whether the action button is available to the sales rep. So a great use case for this is when sales reps already have a file generated by an order management system and need to upload it to a quote. This is especially helpful if this file contains a lot of products. Rather than having to go in and enter each of these products line by line by line, the sales rep can now just upload a CSV file, all the products at once. It's great and saves a lot of time. Let's first take a look and see how the sales user would actually do the CSV upload of quote lines. I'll demonstrate the administrator setup after this. I think it'll make more sense once I show you how this feature actually works. I'm selecting the Group Line Items checkbox. This is optional. If you choose to do so, when you perform a CSV upload, you'll be required to enter a group name for your line items. Doing this will group your newly added CSV upload line items together. Click the Import Lines button in order to start your CSV upload. If you don't see that Import Lines button, you'll want to add it to your quote page layout. You can do that by clicking that little blue expanding menu. First thing we're going to want to do is choose our CSV file format. This is something the administrator predetermines for you. Let's go ahead and pick Winterfresh format. That is the only format our administrator, which was me, has entered in for us. So let's go ahead and select that. You'll notice that once we select a CSV file format, our required CSV column headers are auto-populated. Before we get into the administrator setup, I'll give you a little bit of background about these column headers. The administrator enters these column headers, and they are what match up our column headers on our CSV file. So for our example file that I'm using, we have product code, list price, and discount amount. When the administrator enters these column headers into our input format, they must match exactly. Here we have our quote line group. As I mentioned before, this relates to our group line items checkbox. So let's select our quote line group. Right now, our only option is create new. That's because we don't have any existing group names. When we upload this CSV file, our line items will be grouped into our new group name. Down the road, when you're adding more CSV uploads, you can add them to previous group names. I've just named this one Winterfresh Group to match with my Winterfresh format. Click Choose File in order to choose the CSV file you wish to upload. I put a little snippet of the example CSV file I was uploading just to show you an example of what your format will look like. If you're using Microsoft Excel on a Mac computer, make sure you select the Windows, separated CSV file format type. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and import our files. Alright, great. Here are all our imported files in their Winterfresh group. Now that you've seen the CSV upload of quote lines in action, let's go ahead and go into the background and see how the administrator would set this all up. Click Import Formats on your Tabs page. Click New to add a new import format. Name your import format. I just named it something silly like Winterfresh format because this feature is part of the Winter 15 release. Select the Active checkbox and click Save. Click New Import Column in order to set up your column format for your CSV upload. Each import column matches up to one of your CSV columns. Enter your column name. The column header row on the CSV file being imported must match the column name that is created on the quote line import format. Just a tip, you want to create some user-friendly names so it's clear on which file option to import. So for example, in the CSV file snippet that I'm showing here, the column name is product code, which is what I'm entering. The column header row in our CSV file that we're importing must also say product code. So each column in our CSV import file must have a column header row. Enter your desired column index. So for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. This is the column you want it to appear in. So since I'm entering product code, I'm going to have a column index of 1 since that is my first column in my CSV file. Choose the field name from the pick list that corresponds to the type of import column you are creating. The field name can be the API name of any field on the line editor. We're going to select product code, and it's actually not a problem if your column name and your field name happen to match. Let's go ahead and select the key checkbox in order to make this column our unique key value. So the unique key must be in the product database. The following cannot be used as keys: formula fields, rule drive fields, quantity, price, or discount fields. And if you happen to have duplicate keys, the last one created will be used. Click Save and New. We're going to add 2 more columns. This one will be called List Price with a column index of 2. And select List Price as the field name. And finally, we're adding the column name Discount by Amount with a column index of 3 and Discount by Amount as the field name. Click Save, and there we go. That was the administrator setup for the CSV upload feature.